I'm speaking to the mic. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, hello, hello there. Sweet.
So input 2 is effects, input 1 is the theory. That is the effects mic. Yeah. Do you want me to speak into the effects mic or? I've got it placed in the exact same spot as I did last time, and I'm just like laid on the ground side of it. So.
Her 16, Molly Burke, 21. Very good afternoon. Welcome to round 9 action here at Olympic Park. It's Heidelberg hosting Preston Lions. And Preston have started off early with the goal, with Heidelberg 0. A very wet condition here on what would be a big contest, but a very slippery one. The clouds have come in and the gods have come down with heavy rainfall here. And Preston, the away team, seems to start off this game so far on a cracking pace. Will it continue in that manner, or will Heidelberg fight back to concede against Spring Hills last week in last round's fixture away at Springside Recreation Reserve? But they did fight back with a draw. Will it be a similar affair in today's game? So far, they're just controlling the ball through the centre of the pitch, as Molly Burke lays it off to Barrero. It's going to be quite a wet one, as Matsuda got into the air and probably didn't realise where the ground was landing, as Heidelberg still maintained possession. A lot of crowd have bunkered up here in underneath the stands, which is very fitting to wet weather conditions like today. Even if it's hot and sunny, we've also always got this shelter and the padded seat here in the stands. Appreciate your company wherever you're watching. If you're watching on the NPL YouTube channel. Round 9 action here on a Saturday. Heidelberg in the yellow and black. Got the black arm sleeves. Kicking from left to right of your screen. And Preston, the old rivalry we know, in the all red away kit. Sometimes their kit is white, but being wet conditions, probably not ideal to have the white colours on, as Preston appeal for a free kick. Play on, says the referee. Guerrero goes long inside the box, and left boot, not too much on it there from Kerwood Wagner. The left wing, in absence, is Keely Lockhart. Normally a very, very quick left winger for Heidelberg, but is currently not available for the next, I would say, 3 weeks or so. Including this round, probably won't be available for the next 3 rounds. Might be a loss to Heidelberg. Reset here from the keeper, but it's been intercepted almost. Desperate Preston to get that out of play, but gee, that was a very rush ball, and we're caught off guard there, the defenders. And I'll reset here, Heidelberg on the far end of the pitch. Burt brings it to ground. Couldn't connect right with the boot, and Preston this time round will reset with a throw in. Heidelberg win the ball back. Preston, their bench is on the right-hand side of the pitch, and Heidelberg in the green bibs on the left side of the pitch there, as Lahopoulos surrounded by Preston jumpers as they win the ball back here, Preston, and they do have a little bit of space here. Intercepted. Got to play on the ground, but referee's letting it play on. Only momentarily. And we'll stop play just to see if the play on the ground is okay. Could perhaps just be a heavy knock on the head, just the back of the head, which when you're colliding with another head, it's just sometimes a worse pain, but let's just see if this play is okay. Got the physio coming over just to have a quick check and look to see if all is well. As two teams just go in the huddle just to have a little bit of briefing while we have a short stoppage here. Just on to about 15 minutes past here in the first half. Round 9 action on a very wet and wild afternoon here in Melbourne at Olympic Park here in Heidelberg. Got a few fans out with the flags on the corner of the pitch, braving the rain. The other fans are as comfortable as you can be here, bunking up in under the tin roof. Normally we've got some pigeons and birds that cause a bit of havoc and noise, but today it looks like they've just probably bunkered up somewhere else more suitable as play will commence. Yes, that was Liza Amendola. It's just got that heavy knock to the head there, but he's standing up now, so it looks like all right. They move on here, though. Good defending coming from Heidelberg as they recommence through the middle. Burke. Matsuda head checks. All is clear. She looks to find Steph Galea, who has started off the starting lineup for today, so it looks like she's all in well and very fit. Curls it through Matsuda. Trying to be clever there. But it's been back into the possession of Preston. We can reset. Oh, it slipped through, and the strike is on for Preston, but saved there by Mia Bailey. Way out of her line, but somehow she's got it covered. That was looking promising there for Preston to get their second goal just from a turnover that's been created there. So Heidelberg United got out of danger on that occasion, but how many more lives do they have? Nyata finds the left boundary. Barrero looks to curl it towards Matsuda again. High ball. Don't want another head collision here in today's game. It's Kerwood Wagner. Couldn't get away through, so Preston's on the break. Through the halfway line. Curls it. Looking promising, but it's ended up back in Heidelberg's possession. Oh, terrific running, but it's even better here by Preston. Kerwood Wagner. She's on the run, being directed there by Matsuda to curl it in. Must have been too much. Matsuda on the ground. Preston have got themselves defensively in a good position, but Matsuda, geez, went flying. It's gone the right flank. Curled its way through again. Bailey had to come out. Haven't got a clean on it. It's curled. It's hit the side netting. Terrific play, and Valentine Percy, oh, so reliable. You can tell she is goal hungry. Found that position, tricked the keeper, made that ball go wide to the left, so the keeper doesn't really have a chance to collect the ball in a manner that is to her liking. And Percy playing mind games already with Heidelberg, and Heidelberg's keeper as Heidelberg look to reset again. They've gone up a notch here, gone up a gear. It looks like it's going to be fast pace. Got the ball back here, Preston. Blocked away there by Vlahopoulos. I'll have a second chance here. Mont couldn't find a player. Matsuda. It's going back to Emma Checker with the gloves on, her signature gloves. Very suitable for these conditions. And very helpful for the commentators to find out where she is on the pitch. Miata The turn is on. Matsuda. Galia bring the ball wide. I believe she's taking the role there of Killy Lockhart. So Killy not available for the next couple of rounds. Steph Galia, captain, back from injury, back from a knee injury. Looks like she's fitter and better than ever. Well, it looks like it's on this occasion. I think it's Miata on the far end that collided with her opponent. Looks like she's okay, just dusting off there her left boot, or her left knee, sorry. The free kick's been given to Heidelberg United. Camberero will take this one here for the yellow and black. Long way from home and a bit of an angle. So you feel Barrero will probably whip this in high and long and hope it connects with her teammate's head. Kerwin Wagner, Molly Burke, Miata, all in the mix. Will be a target, high ball. Oh, it slipped through, no! The angle that we looked, we thought we were going to see it curl through, but it hasn't. As Kerwin Wagner will leave it for her teammate, Hardy Dre. Ops for Steph Galia. Back to Dre. Keeps it in. Goes into Miata. Under pressure. Still Miata. Still curling. Left boot. Trying to trick the keeper. What a save. What cat-like skills. Unbelievable. Because Miata, can you imagine? She just kept the ball alive. Miata still going for it. Ball magnet. Rahopoulos. Couldn't find Kerwin Wagner. Back to Miata again. Rahopoulos retreats back. And Heidelberg will reset from the back line. Wild. The center of the pitch. Back to Maya Hasten. Goes wide to Barrero. Preston, desperate to get it alive, but it's been moved along here by Heidelberg. Matsuda directing to cut the ball in. Didn't reach her in time. Preston holding on for dear life at this stage in the back line. They're just struggling a little bit to get that ball moving past the halfway line. Heidelberg seems to be pressing a lot more. Ball whips into a good shape. It looks like Bailey got it covered. Miata. Off the switch towards Barrero. Who finds Burke. Very quick play here. Though didn't get rewarded in the end towards Vlahopoulos. Percy lays it across. Too much mustard behind it. Preston will reset again from the back. They're still in the lead, 1-0 against Heidelberg. 24 minutes have gone past here in the first half of round 9 action here at Olympic Park. Rain's died down a little bit, but it is still keeping us company here. Lucky for us and a lot of the fans here on the sidelines are keeping dry underneath the shelter, though. The drainage system could probably do a little bit of work here. Trickling sound that you probably could hear from the microphone. Not great if you need to pee in any way soon. Not the sound you want to hear. If that's a thing. Might have to pass on this feedback on to the staff here at Heidelberg to perhaps fix their plumbing, because water's gone down here very close to us where we're sitting at the moment. Not sure if the cameraman's going to get an electric shock any way or another. As Heidelberg will reset the ball back here. It's just calculating on their particular plays at the moment as Galea. Oh, Berg tripped, but Matsuda got it covered. Galea looks to chip it towards no man's land. Matsuda asking a lot. High press towards the keeper. Didn't work on that occasion. Preston momentarily will keep control of this left side. Tackled away, but it's been retrieved. Percy from range. Why not take a wild shot to get the keeper off guard? But it's saved by Mia Bailey. Keeping Heidelberg in the game so far. But Heidelberg's got to find a way to score. They can defend all they want. But if they can't find the back of the net at all that hard work defensively will not count. Matsuda. Up to front, the Hoppolis was a bit open there, but weren't ready to retrieve the ball. Now go wide here on the left. Defended away. Hoppolis giving chase. Back here to keeper. Bailey. Wild. Bit of movement that's creating here for Heidelberg. Just finding a little bit of empty space. Trying to get some numbers behind the ball, but you could tell Preston through the midfield keeping a very close eye. They're just keeping it very tight and compact at the moment here. Preston. Just waiting for a moment where Heidelberg will opt in for a mistake. Matsuda. Good touch was good. Finds Galea. What a ball movement going on here for Heidelberg. Hasten to Barrera, who whips it in long. Into the breadbasket. Oh, almost slipped there. Bit hard to control the ball in that fashion. It just took Barrero there for that final touch, that kick. Also reliable, as we can hear once again the rain coming through. Here's Preston on the move. Twist, turn, but it's Bailey this time. Follow through. Happy to leave that go wide. Preston are resilient. They just wait patiently, wait for their moment, and then they just strike from absolutely nowhere. And you can tell those little maneuvers that they create through the centre. They don't need to really allow the ball to go wide in any way, but they take advantage of Mia Bailey really coming out of her line and keeping her on her toes, but they just open up the space. The moment the counter-attack is on, they just know to just put the burners on and go. So the corner kick's been created in that fashion, but gee, if you can really see the rain coming down, it's really making the conditions a little bit more challenging here. High ball, palmed away there by keeper. Heidelberg desperate to get that all out, but still whipped into the box by Preston. Kerwood Wagner to Miata. The Hoppolis left on alone there, but she's surrounded by a lot of red jumpers. Checker. Up Opts to go long on the right again, which has been quite useful. Mia Bailey comes out, and another corner kick has been drawn in there by Preston. As the rain's coming down, you can hear it from the tin roof. This will make it also more challenging here for the players here at Olympic Park. Heavy rainfall, one of the probably first ones we have encountered so far in this season. We've been been very lucky with the conditions of the women's NPL season. Can't have it all. It's headed away. But this time around, it's keeper's ball for Heidelberg. So, here in Melbourne, we do need the rain. Been dry. A lot of our dams and reservoirs just haven't been great, so can't really complain really about this rain that we're encountering here in Melbourne. Fill up those reservoirs. Heidelberg and Preston just have to ignore it, have to move on, have to not let this rain affect them. High ball in again. Bailey brought it to ground. This time around, Heidelberg struggling a little bit to get that ball out. Big ball, big kick from Bailey. It's whipped his way through again. Great use of the body. Free kick given there to Heidelberg. Long kick from Bailey. Intercepted again by Preston. Percy on the move. Oh, Percy! Open goal! Can she keep it in? No! Terrific running from Valentine Percy. But the ball, the way this pitch is close, kind of soaking up that water, it slowed the ball right down. So just a moment to collect the thoughts. Think of a game plan as Preston set up here for another corner kick. Third one in about 5 minutes as this rain and a bit slight wind is coming upon us as well. All right, Miri Nishimura. Right hand side of the corner. Will it be successful? High ball again. May have gone past the pack. No, it's palmed away by Bailey. And last touch by Molly Burke. And they'll have another crack at it again here. Nishimura. It is heavy raindrops. It is not going anywhere, this rain. Nishimura. This time it's short, it's low, but it's gone over the crossbar. Another corner kick on the right side. Oh, never mind. Decision to be turned over. They move along the run from Dre. She'll cut it in, but it's blocked away. Corner kick for Heidelberg on the right side, and the fans earlier that had their flags waving is kind of under cover here, but they're braving the rain. End-to-end play. Can they find the equaliser here? Heidelberg. Barrero. High ball. Couldn't get behind it. Hasten. Vlahopoulos. Try something creative on her left. Heidelberg will go for another corner kick. This time round on the left side of the pitch. Ray will come into play. Galia, Matsuda, all inside the box. Shimura looking to clear it away, but Dre got there first. Back to Burke. Opts to go back to Dre. Hopeless. Back to Burke, who looks to go long from Yamashita. Looking alone there on her left. Whips it in! Nobody there in the back post. They let it all go. They would have really just nailed that on the coffin there in terms of the positioning. But it was just over the top there. Yamashita. Probably try to execute that differently next time. Leah falls to ground. Yamashita on her left. Covered by keeper. It's Preston. Won't opt to go for the long option. Galia. I've got to be careful there. It's very slippery conditions. Don't want anything to tension the knee. 38-45 down. Just about 7 minutes to go here in the first half, and Preston, the away team, still holding on to the lead. Galia. Another Galia again. Vlahopoulos. For a free kick. So the physio might come along. It could be Vlahopoulos in that mix. Could be perhaps, I think it was keeper Byrne that's just got that heavy collision there. The physio's just having a close eye on the left eye. Just having a short conversation with the physio. They resume. Long kick. Heidelberg bring it back into play. Nishimura being heckled. Back to Checker, who goes long towards Percy. Hasten able to get a possession on it, and Yamashita finds Barrero. Galia under pressure. And that boundary's receiving a lot of action so far in this half. Long throw intended for the Hopplers, who didn't get there. Preston kicking it through the halfway line. Percy couldn't find a way through, and Yamashita just kicks it long, hoping for a Heidelberg player to get there. Shimura. Percy crashes through Miata. Good use of the body. Put her arms up in the air. Went ref. She's holding on to me. Where Percy went. She did it to me. Nothing happened. And yet the free kick's going against me. Very intelligent play going there from Miata. She knows exactly how to draw in those particular physicalities of the game. Gets her team a free kick. They didn't opt to go long. Switches it. And now Preston getting frustrated. Win the ball back. Maybe they kind of use that energy towards something that can draw in this momentum. Still got the lead. Still holding on to the lead here, Preston. With 41 minutes on the clock. Not sure how long extra time we'll see here in the first half. But will Heidelberg perhaps find an equaliser? Or will Preston hold on? Ray did well. Blind pass it to Burke. First touch towards Kerwood Wagner. Burke comes back to mop it up. Kerwood Wagner looks to find a space through, but Checker. Good positioning. Miata wants to battle the entire team. Will make its way back to Wild. Or Hasten, rather. High kick towards Matsuda. Looking for something there. But returning ball. No choice for Preston. But just to retreat to the boundary. Dre looking perhaps towards Kerwood Wagner. Kerwood Wagner wasn't able to keep the ball alive for Heidelberg. Can she keep it in and maintain the ball in their attacking? Oh, Preston just find a way once again. Holding structure so far here, Heidelberg. Oh, straight into Kerwood Wagner. Wild. Hasten will come in charging. Wins it in the end, but the ball's just curled its way out of bounds for a Preston throw-in. "43 minutes in the half. First half here, round 9 action at Olympic Park in Heidelberg, home of Heidelberg United. They're in the yellow and black, kicking left to right of your screen, and still yet to find the back of the net in this game so far. Preston was able to get a goal early, as they might have another one here if there's a way. Bailey! Very clever. Do have a Preston player have a very heavy knock to the ground though. But she wants to quickly move things along. Oh, fantastic first touch from Matsuda. Looking up, waiting for perhaps artillery. Galia left the ball behind. Percy turns and whips it. Didn't realise there was nobody there. Looks like really Lamont didn't enjoy that fall whatsoever, but keeper Mia Bailey from Heidelberg did really try to be as clean as possible and not really go in that tackle hard. All legal in the eyes of the referee. But Lamont wanted to win that ball so badly. whatever it takes. They've gone through a breakthrough here on the left side. Vlahopoulos. Galea. Didn't realise somebody there was there in front of her as Burke. Finds Miata. Good touch. Find the run through to Matsuda. Can she shoot? Can she score? She sure can. The equaliser late in the first half. Well earned here at Olympic Park in Heidelberg. And they have finally found the back of the net. Well deserving connection. It was all Matsuda, that touch. Beautiful connection. Backed herself and knew there's only one way to score, and that has to be me. Look at that. You could tell the relief and the celebration. They know now, coming into the half time, that goal all important. It could play a key part in the second half. If it wasn't for that goal, you can tell it could just be between a win and a loss in the end. But gee, that connection, that first touch, Matsuda just on one. Miata really created a play. And it was just, all Matsuda knew that you had to find a gap. And she did exactly that. And Heidelberg team will be loving it, and the fans here, they knew they just have to get it to Matsuda one way or another. And that's exactly the style of play Heidelberg wants to do. Is just, if it doesn't work the first time or the second or the fifth or the eighth, it will eventually work, and Preston will find a little bit of lapse in their concentration. The pressing wasn't just really spot on that moment there in that passage of play, but they've really been pressing quite hard here in the defence. Just takes Matsuda a little bit of time and space and confidence to allow those type of plays to be created. Now, we're in overtime. Didn't see how long is going to be in overtime. Well, the referee didn't really have a chance. I don't even know if that board did make its way up, even if there is one available. But the rain is here. And the rain went, all right, when's half time? There it is. Whistle's blown. Late goal for Heidelberg. They come into the halftime break on equal terms against Preston, who did start off the game early with a goal. The rain has come through. Very fitting for the players to dry up, get a bit of warmth, and start again in the second half. Very exciting, very wet conditions. We'll take a break. You should too. Get yourself a warm beverage, and we'll be back in the second half with more action. 1-1 here at Olympic Park. audio in the halftime break. Can anybody? Testing, testing, 1, 2. We are here at Olympic Park. Can anybody out there hear this audio loud and clear? Do I get a thumbs up? I do, and I just saw lightning. Oh no. Let's hope this game does not being called off, because that is not a good sign whatsoever. Second half about underway here inside Olympic Park in Heidelberg. Home of Heidelberg United. And what an entertaining moments of the first half. Late in the game, we saw Sawa Matsuda, number 5 for Heidelberg, find the equaliser. Well-awaited equaliser for the yellow and black. So we'll see. Kickoff underway here in Preston. In the all-red, the away team were able to get that early goal early by scoring one within the first 6 or 7 minutes or so in the game by number 8, Miri Nishimura. And then it was only a matter of time that Heidelberg was able to find themselves back in the game. Round 9 action here, and so much more game time to go, and a very thrilling and entertaining, fast-paced game so far, even within the wet conditions. My name is Han Solo. Thank you so much for keeping me company here. I sit right in the stands. You might see my head bop up and down, possibly, from the camera screen. Oh, the further starts! An early lead for Preston, who did exactly that in the first half. Score a goal early. And then, can you imagine here in the second half, they've done it again. That was very unexpected. We had no idea what was happening. We were brewing into the second half, and with Preston like, hey, we're not keeping this equal goal scoring any longer. We want to get ourselves back in the lead once again, and can you imagine? That happened. So, no longer an equal affair. Oh, it started a minute ago. So quicker than the first half, where it took about probably 7 minutes or so. But here in the second half, Preston, they're not messing about at all. They are hungry. They are hungry for the 3 points. Heidelberg, though, we know they can fight back. But will it be enough for Preston? Just hold on to it. Ready to create this rivalry here between these two teams. If you just joined us, very exciting first half and a very exciting moments of the second half, and other games that also have been played here in this round 9 fixture of the 2025 season here in Victoria for the National Premier League competition. Bentley Greens got defeated there by Burundara Eagles. Games also that's happening right now. Brunswick Juventus against Spring Hills, and that's at CB Smith Reserve. Alamein host Box Hill United at Dorothy Labour Reserve, so they're also probably struggling there. And if I was out there commentating, probably would not have a good time. No undercover at Dorothy Labour Reserve for anyone, including the players. Murphy Academy hosts Essendon Royals at home of the Matildas. That's happening at 3 p.m, so that game's, I would say, finished as well. And tomorrow, the only Sunday fixture, South Melbourne against FC Bulleen Lions at Lakeside Stadium, 2 p.m. tomorrow. Sunday fixture for NPL that will close up the round. Gee, what an exciting game that will be. Game of the round. As they're on the move again here, Preston. This time round, Heidelberg was able to defend it over momentarily. As left boot strike there. Right idea. Perhaps a little bit too much mustard behind the ball. Current ladder at the moment, we have Alamein in first place. Probably one of their best positioning we have seen what a season they've been having so far. South Melbourne sits in second. Burundara Kerry Eagles in third. Heidelberg dropped down to fourth. FC Berlin Lions in fifth. Essendon Royals sixth place on the ladder. Preston in seventh. Box Hill 8th. Spring Hills 9th. Brunswick Juventus 10th. Bentley Greens 11th. And FV Academy 12th on the ladder. There's Miata. Twisting and turning. Matsuda. Miata strikes it! It's in the post! Referee, everyone's looking at referee. It's a goal! Miata! Can you believe it? No, it's not a goal. Can you believe it? No. Can we look back? No VAR. Oh. That hit the post, and because it is so wet out here, would have curled the ball in and slipped. But no. Wow. A tough call being in these wet conditions. And we've got one pair of eyes to make that decision. We might have to look back at the vision. We don't have a second camera angle. No VAR. And this is NPL. And this could have been the equaliser. Oh, Miata. Fans out here thinking they were robbed. Preston fans thinking not a goal. As they move on again. Barrero. Matsuda on the left. She's got a lot of time and space given here. Do find Matsuda. He got tripped. Draws in a free kick. Now moving forward, we bring Preston. They will verse Brunswick Juventus in next round's fixture on Friday evening matchup at Genius Still Stadium, their home ground, next Friday evening. Very early game, 6:15 p.m. on a Friday. That's going to be a tough one to get to. They're up against Brunswick. As Miata sets up here for a set piece. Kerwin Wagner, Bert Galea, all ready to roll. It's low. Didn't connect. Back to Barrero. Miata. Bring it to ground. Takes a wild shot anyway, but it's gone wide to the left. Also on Friday night fixture, we'll see Spring Hills against Box Hill, hosting at their home ground. Saturday afternoon, we'll have Essendon Royals in South Melbourne. FC Berlin Lions, so back-to-back Lions fixtures here for Heidelberg United. But they'll be making their way to the Veneto Club. A similar fixture, similar time, next Saturday afternoon. An 8:30 p.m. game. You'll see Burundara Kerry Eagles at the Veneto Club hosting FV Academy. So that's back-to-back NPL games. So 4 p.m. That game will finish roughly about 6. There might be another game on the same pitch between 6 and 8:30 because it's a little bit of a dinner break for those that want to watch 2 back-to-back NPL games. Burundara and FV host the later game at the Veneto Club. And week after next, Preston will host Box Hill again, so 2 back-to-back home games, where Heidelberg will make their way back at home against Essendon Royals. So you just 3 back-to-back 4 p.m. games here for Heidelberg. Consistency is key. It's Percy. Touch that. Again, just a wild shot, just to hope that anyone's there. Talevsky. Well, it's not there on that occasion, but Percy will have another crack at it. Ball goes back to the direction of Wild. Berger's back on the move. Matsuda. Looking to find Galea, but left her behind. Preston trying to keep the ball dry as much as possible, but it won't be that way for very long. Hopolis able to bring it to ground, finds Miata. Barrero comes crashing through, looking for the cut back in post. Few players there on the ground. It may have been Galea on that occasion. Keeps kicking it out. Head check was on. Percy. Not on that ball on that occasion. Clever play from Lamnick. And back to Vlamnik. We'll try to cut it in, get a deflection. But defended it well here again, Heidelberg. Kerwood Wagner. Back to Burke. Opts to go long towards Matsuda, but not too much to it. Kerwood Wagner will attempt it once again towards Matsuda. We'll try to hold the ball, find some options here. Back to Miata. Just opted for the gloves in the second half. Lahopoulos. Wild shot into the box. Galea left it behind. And collision. No free kick given there. The lights are on and the daylight quickly turned into nighttime, 5:35 p.m. Getting a lot earlier. This ball whips its way through. It's touched. Will have been a mistake from the keeper? Goal not called by referee. Or was it called? No. Free kick's being given there to Preston. Percy. It's Al Lamney. Got to hasten on her toes. Yata comes in to mop. Kerwood. Interesting turn. Referee will call a free kick to Preston. High ball, keeper comes out, it's palmed away. Steph Galea, who will get there first? Touched first by Preston. Make its way towards a risky play, Matsuda. And it might be is that a free kick appealed? Is it a penalty? Matsuda. They're absolutely tagging her tonight. The rain has come down. Referee just having a word to keeper. Bit of tension occurring there inside the box of Preston. And this is a chance here for another equaliser for Heidelberg. And behind it will be Sawa Matsuda. Chance to get her second goal of the game. Where will she slot it? Sophie Dean getting ready. The rain's coming down. Matsuda, all important goal for Heidelberg. Her second of the night. Well deserving. An opportunity, took it into her stride, stay composed, and knew this goal mattered. The first one that she scored late in the first half mattered, and this one equally important into the final result of the game. 2 goals each here at Olympic Park. Round 9 action, and it is game on still. Preston were able to bring back the lead very early here in the second half, scoring a goal within the first 2 minutes. Preston, gee, what can they do? I feel like they've got Heidelberg on a very close leash at the moment. Heidelberg, you feel, on paper, in this season so far, with the stats though, you feel they're a better team, but it doesn't really look like it. Are they missing key players like Keely Lockhart? It's just a matter of time before we see some of the perhaps more drier substitutions to come on board, though some of them are warming up on the far left side at the moment, probably not keeping themselves all too dry whatsoever. 2-2. 61 minutes have passed. Just under 30 minutes to go in the game. Long ball. Appeal for a handball. They do get it, and Barrero, long away from home, will attempt this one. Got a very good kick on it. Hopless. Yata comes to help a little bit there. Vlamnik wants to go wide the far end of the pitch. And the chase is on. Ishimura breaks through. Asks for a free kick, and she does get it. It doesn't look like from our angle that it is within the box. Angle is very, very tight. Percy in the mix, so is Vlamnik. So is a lot of other players for Preston. Can this be curled in? That's Suda coming back for a bit of artillery for Heidelberg. First corner of the half. High one. Headed, but saved by Mia Bailey. All important save once again for the shot stopper for Heidelberg in the purple. I feel purple is quite a favourite colour, or favoured colour for goalkeepers, that you can just tell they just not going to keep that purple kit, not going anywhere. And they've kind of kept a similar design for Heidelberg. Same as a lot of the NPL teams. They don't want to mix it up a little bit too much. They want to keep it quite original. Something quite familiar, but if you got your bold colours. So for Heidelberg, a few changes. Cole Cooper coming on. And Bronte Peel. Cat for Hopeless off, and so is Sam Kerwood Wagner. Here's Miata, wild shot, challenges a keeper, had it covered there. Sophie Dean. Preston not opting for a lot of the long kicks compared to Heidelberg's Mia Bailey. There's a bit of pulling going on there in the centre of the pitch. Bit of tension between Matsuda and Percy. It was between Miata and Percy earlier. Free kick. Quick to move things along here, Heidelberg. High ball. Cooper hoping for the ball to go to ground. It does. Matsuda, though, didn't read the play well. And Preston now on the move. Lamney. Mia Bailey, awkward ball, but she's got it covered. Directing her players to go long. Bouncy ball towards Peel. Reset the ball to Levski. Rain has stopped momentarily, and it's made it a lot more clearer in terms of the vision for those watching at home and also those here in the stands. I'm not sure what the intended play there was from Kapanakia. Back and forth play. Percy turns. And Bailey slides her way out of harm's way. Technique to its best here, Bailey. Showing us all how it's done. Still no changes for Preston. Normally they don't really make too many big substitute changes. Don't really see much players also from the bench warming up. But for most of the game, we've seen Heidelberg United. They've been warming up quite a lot. We'll treat back to Bailey, who's Miata. Didn't have a connection. Miata almost leaves it behind. Perhaps asking too much for Bronte Peel to get to. Still wins a team A side ball. Leaves it behind for Barrera, though, so a little bit of time wasting going on. Barrera can snap it back in. She does. It's curling over the crossbar. Dean, happy to see that go out of bounds, and she'll reset the ball for Preston. 2-2 here at Olympic Park. Just under 22 minutes remaining here in the half, so half of this half has gone by. 2 goals in it. First goal for Preston, bit of a scrimmage, didn't expect it, but a goal is a goal. Heidelberg able to get themselves back in the game. Will there be another draw? Back-to-back draws here for Heidelberg. Don't want that to occur again. There's a chance here for Preston. Good opportunity here, but it's not too much to it. Under pressure, it is hard at times to allow the ball to draw in that fashion. Under a lot of pressure. Ali Vlamny knows too well about that. At times you've got to be unselfish, at times works in your favour. But you've got to do the selfish things sometimes, especially as a striker. Bailey. High ball again. No Heidelberg players want to, I guess, come into the contest. Berg couldn't get a foot on it. Preston. We'll try to cut it back in, and Percy. It was a close one. Very close into the goal here, Percy, but as many times it's just been under immense pressure. Makes it all too tricky for a striker to get a right positioning. As we've seen, most of the goal is either from the crumbs or from a bit of time and space given to kind of focus on the job at play here. It's on the chase, but they would shrink back here, Heidelberg, to Dean. Steph Galea has taken not a break, but she's no longer continuing on into the game, and Aaron Tarrant will take her place. Instead of coming on in the second half, Steph Galea for the past couple of rounds, she's now been the starting 11 and now taking herself off the play. Kapanekia did well to get that ball in a position. Might work again. Deflected away! Oh, Heidelberg. How many lives have they got? Because it really trickled its way through the gaps of their defence. And a few of the defenders went, oh no, it's gone past me. Hopefully. You've got Mia Bailey also protecting, but she was blindsided and not ready. So Preston, inaccuracy have cost them almost about 2 goals at this stage. Will they be a little bit more sharper on their particular strikes? Going to capitalise on those opportunities here, Preston. Definitely got the right moves, just have to be a little bit more switched on when it comes to facing in front of goal. Cooper. Miata couldn't get the ball there to where she wanted it to be. On the move again here, Preston. Heidelberg come in with a little bit more numbers. Can they get that ball into possession? They've given it away to a throw-in. Hoping to dry the ball again. Ball, Nishimura. Matsuda. Skip hops away. Good touch coming from Percy, though. Winning her team the possession back here for Preston. Nishimura. Preston have won the ball back. Miata, a bit of time and space. Surrounded by a lot of yellow jumpers, though. But somehow still maintains possession. Holds on to it. Asking for the 1-2. Didn't get it. This ball can cut its way in, but it's gone way too over. All started with Miata. She knows she needs to get herself into a prime position to have a chance at goal. Playmaker. One of the best in the competition here is Suko Miata. Two goals apiece. Heidelberg have made most of the substitution here in the second half at Olympic Park. Round 9 action of the NPLW competition. Saturday was an afternoon, now evening, and wet, wild conditions, but looks like the rain momentarily has stopped. This could be a chance here for Heidelberg. Has gone over everybody. Not sure what the intended ball was there, but it's just haven't worked well here for Heidelberg in the cut-back position. Got the ball back in their terms here, Preston. They're on the move, looking for key players. It's been stopped there by Wild. Shamira asking for the 1-2. Back to Percy. Fended away, but he didn't go out of bounds there for Heidelberg. Dre. Trying to kick the ball out of play. Eri Narita was on the ground for quite some time there. Even had the ball under her, kicked away, out of her body. Miata. Burke open through the center of the pitch. Looks to find Barrero. They're going to quickly move things along here, Heidelberg, which they do. Back to Miata, who cleverly brings it back to ground. Matsuda on her right. Didn't reach her intended target. Miata looking to curl. Peel. Opting more to draw in a corner kick for Heidelberg, which they do bring in. And another substitute. This time around for Preston. So off comes Evia Harrington, and Mia Power takes her place as they warm up here for a corner kick. Heidelberg. High ball in. Keeper got a touch on it. It'll be a corner kick on the far left this time round. Miata will make her way there. Deep inside the box, Barrero. Suka. Hasten. Eva wants a crack at it. High ball towards the back post, but it's just too much mustard behind the ball. Berg will come up to mop. Heidelberg will try to whip that back in to that style of play. But the ground is more your best friend this time round. Yeah, they just keep losing it each time they bring it up in the air. And oh, what a save from Dean. Got a player down here for Preston on the far side. The physio has just been called over. Didn't really see what happened in that passage of play, I'm afraid, but hopefully it's not anything too serious. Just a huddle, just to recollect the game plan here, both teams. Big ball into the area. And Heidelberg, second opportunity. They just haven't really capitalised on their corner kicks. And Miata whips it back in. Preston. Momentarily, we've got it out of danger. Burke wants to keep it into play. Miata, somehow always a ball magnet. Moves it back towards Matsuda. Cooper will line up. Cooper! That's saved by the keeper. And it's not in! Wonderful goal from Heidelberg. And for the first time in the game, they are in the lead. It came from Miata. She knew, and then Cooper knew she had to whip it in one way or another. Well-deserving goal there. Matsuda. Oh, she's in all sorts tonight. And she's loving it. Goes over to hug her coach. Hug your stuff. Hugs Steph Galea. Everybody wants to go around Sawa Matsuda. She's having the time of her life. Three 2 on the scoreboard here on the far left with under 9 minutes remaining in the game. And Heidelberg, I'm sure the home fans are loving it, have got themselves in the lead for the first time. This game has taken them this long to be in front. 82 minutes, in fact. Preston have kept that lead for as much as possible, but now they are looking. They have to get themselves back in. High ball. Another chance here for Heidelberg, but slip and slidey out there. Ball flips, it's back in! How is that even possible? Heidelberg! 2 back-to-back goals within 2 minutes. And that's 2 goals in front. That was wonderful. We thought it was a slip and slide out there. But it was just a matter of time between they found the right person, the right angle, the right player to whip it in. Oh, what just happened in the past 5 minutes? It's all a one-way swing momentum for Heidelberg United at their home ground here at Olympic Park. With only just about 7 minutes left into the game and change. And they've got themselves, they've backed themselves. They know this is a big occasion here at home. They've got to prove themselves in front of their home crowd, and they did exactly that. It's all a confidence build right now. It was brewing. They knew. They backed themselves from the beginning. They did not let the scoreboard faze them whatsoever. But Preston could be quickly into it. Bailey saved it, but almost left it behind. She hasn't really touched the ball too much in the past couple of moments of the game. Ball was maintained mostly in the attacking end for Heidelberg. But Mia Bailey have just been a little bit quiet, which is a good sign for the Heidelberg team. Miata. Haven't scored, but all important. Left boot. It's gone out of bounds. Another change here for Heidelberg. Balatelli. Number 46 for Heidelberg. Have come on for Heidi Dre. Had a terrific game in the wing position for Heidelberg. Cooper. Does she opt for a right? No, she opts to go alone. Why not? Cooper! Palmed away there by Dean. Will it be 3 goals in front, 5 goals in total? It's swinging. It's still swinging, but it's been kicked out of danger by Preston. Whipped back in. Preston. Jumper has been pulled. Play on, advantage called Vlamnik. Has to find a connection. Nishimura asking for it. Referee made the call to have it play on, advantage, instead of bringing the ball back. Mia Bailey will now reset the ball. Opt to go high and long. That's Suda. Looking to bring it to ground. Pushing the back. Preston knowing not much time left to score 2 goals if they want to equal. Under 3 minutes to go. Might be a little bit too much to ask. But if Heidelberg can score 2 goals in 2 minutes, then perhaps that could be something out of nothing. But at this late stage in the game. But we did see Heidelberg score late in the first half, so never say never. Going to take something out of the bag here. Percy moves it along. Run into weird trouble. A lot of yellow jumpers behind the ball. They've come back defending in numbers here, Heidelberg. It will be a goal kick for Mia Bailey. Heidelberg has just got to play defensively now and hold it. Looks like they've got 3 in the back. Not let this lead go astray, but the more time goes by, the more that sweet 3 points will be all well deserving here on a Saturday evening. It's wet conditions. Sure, all the players will be waiting for that hot bath and dry clothes. Possibly, if Heidelberg win tonight, they could move up to 3rd place. Just in terms of goal difference between Burundara Eagles. High ball. Don't go out of bounds though. Don't think anyone's on that far end to collect the ball, but not too much time left. Keeping a close eye on the 4th official to let me know how long is left in the game. Hopefully we'll find out soon. A corner kick Been drawn in here for Preston. High ball headed away. Let's try for something different. Your Preston Lions. Bailey. Long ball towards Matsuda. Miyata. Hoping for someone with a little bit of gas left in the tank. Could it be Peel? No. Looks up back. Nishimura. Head checks. No one forward. Wild intercepts. Be a side ball, and Aaron Tarrant will bring this one in here, and she momentarily drives the ball just to make throwing it in a little bit easier. Nishimura crushes her way through. This perhaps one of the last passages of play here in the game. Can she perhaps make it just a 1-goal deficit? Tackle was on point. Valentine Percy says, give me options, players. Come on, we're going to move it along. Bailey. Just having a little bit of connection there between her and the ground. Her home ground. 18-yard box, that's her home. Directing players to go long. Laser for Cooper. Cooper again, no, Peel. Chance here, but it's just a little bit of a softie there. So now it's on overtime. Didn't check for the fourth official to see. I don't think there was even any indication of how long is left. But it seems to be the sealer. Not much time for 2 goals to equal for Preston and for 3 to win. But you got to congratulate Heidelberg. They've dug deep. They find a way. They were trailing 2 times into the game, twice in the game. Got the equaliser, and then that 2 back-to-back goals made all the difference, but it was all from Matsuda that able to get that goal late in the first half. That changes around. That's when you know players can be on point, can know they can back themselves in front of goal and step up to big moments. If they've done it again, Preston, you can really sense that they're brewing to connect the dots, but sometimes they just miss the mark. Could just be a matter of the scoreboard. Bit of luxury and concentration at times in their structure. And it could just be one moment that you've made a key mistake that can perhaps cost you the game. But credit to them, time and time again, to get that equaliser, get themselves back in the game. But is it all too much for them here? Is the rain too much for everybody? Not for Heidelberg, though. At their home ground, they know it all too well. Every inch of it. Nishimura on the run. Oh, Bailey left it behind. It's gone to the far side here. It's whipped in and over the crossbar. Need to ask for another ball? No, never mind. Oh, it's offside. It's a matter of when this whistle will blow. Bailey lines up. It's hard. It's gone almost past everybody. Peel. Couldn't find a target. Oh, Miata muscles away past her opponent. The chase is on. And the oh so sweet sound for the Heidelberg fans as they win at home, scoring a total of 4 goals to 2 here at Olympic Park in Heidelberg. Huge congratulations to them. It's their 6th win of the season. As Preston back to the drawing board to work on things. Also close, only until the very end where Heidelberg was able to fight back. What a night it's been here for NPLW, and a pleasure to have your company wherever you're watching on the YouTube channel. I'd like to have a quick mention of those very important people that have put this game together, all the staff here at Olympic Park. I'd like to thank all the staff, the admin staff, the broadcasters, the cameraman, all the players, the referees, and to you, the fans, here in the stands or at home watching. Thank you so much for your support. We'll check out. Have a lovely evening. Have a lovely weekend. And we'll see you in the next one. Final score 4 to Heidelberg, 2 to Preston Lions.